Hello Sunderland fans. Well, it's Friday night. No, it's not, it's Thursday night. Day ahead of myself. I'm here with my jelly babies and my cup of tea, ready for another match preview against up and coming game this weekend against Bristol City. So, where's my pen? There it is. So, Bristol City then. Experienced side. So they've been in the Championship now for 5 years. They've been a bit of a yo-yo club before then. I think they spent 2 years in League One. Then they got promoted. I say they've been in the Championship 5 years. So they're a good experienced side. Now they're managed by Nigel Pearson. You know, an experienced manager. You know, I've got his stats here. So he's actually 16 years as a player, where he 449 games, 27 years as a manager. You know, now he's been in the game that long. I almost had to take my shoes and socks off to add them up. You know, so 43 years in the game, vastly experienced. You know, and as a manager, his stats, stack up against the best of them. I think he's managed some good sides and all. He's been, he was at Leicester and what have you. So his manager stats, he's managed 595 games. He's won 234. He's drawn 161. He's lost 200. His win percentage is 39.33%. You know, and for to have that kind of win percentage over that, that span of games, fair play to him. Saturday is actually going to be his 100th game in charge for Bristol City, so it's a bit of a, a bit of a landmark and a bit of an achievement for him personally as well. This season, they haven't really done as well. Having said that, they are unbeaten the last 10 games, but the stats this season, and so they're currently 16th in the table. They've played 31, they've won 10, drew 10, lost 11, they've scored 41, conceded 40, and they've got 40 points. They're currently 16th in the league. Now, not bad, 16th, for probably the squad size they've got. But having said that, like I said, they've unbeaten in 10 games and they've getting 20 of those points in since Boxing Day. So they were struggling by the first half of the season. They've picked up, the second half of the season. Away from home is not so good. So they've played 14, they've won 4, drew 5, lost 5, scored 20, conceded 22, and they've taken 17 points. And they're currently 18th in the away table. So on paper, it looks an easy game, but we know in this league it's not like that. Like I said, they've picked up since Boxing Day. So since Boxing Day, the last defeat was actually on Boxing Day, 2-0 defeat at home to West Brom. Since then they've played 10 games, they've won 5, drew 5, they've lost none like we've said, they've scored 16 and only conceded 8 and they've taken 20 points. Now having said that, they're still only 16th in the form table. So it just shows you how tight this league is and how close this league is. It's a very compact league, and I think they're probably only 8 or 9 points behind us. So even though the 11 places behind us, they're still not too far behind us, if that makes sense. So their most recent game was on Tuesday night, same night as we played Queen's Park Rangers. They drew 1-1 at home to Wigan. Now if you look at the stats from the game, it looks like Wigan battered them. So I've just put them on the screen there so you can see that they only had one shot on target in the whole game. Wigan, miles ahead in all areas of the match really, and probably should have won. I think Bristol City scored first with the only shot they had, and then I think second half Wigan battered them and were lucky not to win all 3 points. So even though on paper it looks like they're having a decent spell, yes they're unbeaten, but are they really playing that well? Players wise, they've just lost Antoine Semenyo, who you might remember who was on loan with us a couple of years ago in League One. He probably wasn't really given a fair crack at the whip, I think, when he was here, and he's gone back there and he's done really well. And I think he's just signed for Bournemouth for something like £9 or £10 million. So it just shows you, is that stupidly overpriced money, or has he actually improved that much that he's worth that much? I didn't know. I haven't seen that much of him, to be honest, so I couldn't really comment. But goals wise, so their top goal scorer is Nigel Wells. He's got 9 goals and 4 assists. Then we've got Tommy Conway with 6 goals and 3 assists. Andres Weimann, who remember scored against us down there, he's got 4 goals and 4 assists. And they've also got the highly rated Alex Scott. Now that's not the BBC one presenter and former England women right back. It's actually the young 19-year-old. It's he's highly rated. He's 19. He's been getting rave reviews over the past couple of seasons. He's yet to score this season for them, but he's got 4 assists. And he's neat and tidy on the ball, and I think he was probably their best player when we played him down there. Now, last time we went down there, early in the season, we beat them 3-2. You might recall it was Ellis Simms' first game, where he scored 2 on his debut, and then Roscoe got the winner. So, they do concede goals, but they also score goals as well. So, I think it's... I'm not sure if, like I've just been saying there about Pearson's record, will he come here and want to have a go? They've done his research, they've seen how we play, they've seen how quick our forwards are, how we counter-attack teams and how quick we can break forward. So I don't think he's going to come here and have a go at us. I really don't. I think he's going to try and make it compact. He'd use all his experience, he'd use every trick in the book to get his team organised and hard to break down. So I think people who were thinking the game to be open in another high scoring affair, I don't think it's going to be that way. There might be goals, but I don't think it's going to be as easy or straightforward as people think it's going to be. If they do come and have a go and attack us, all the better for us, because we know what that's the way we like teams to come onto us and attack us. Then we get in behind them and counter attack them. So, but like I say, I don't think Nigel Pearson's going to do that. I think he'll use his experience, and he'll know what the scores and what the crack is and how to try and stop us from playing. It's up to us to get on the front foot and do what we have been doing to teams, this season. Well, at least recently this season, last few games, is getting on the front foot, high tempo, high press, and look to get that early goal. But the good thing about our team at the minute is if we don't get that, the team doesn't give up. They fight till the end, and as we've seen against Reading last weekend, 83rd, 84th minute, we finally get the breakthrough. So we'll have to see how it pans out. But I don't think it's going to be the open end-to-end game what people could be predicting. As far as we're concerned, injury-wise, Tony Mowbray has done his press conference today, where he was asked about the injuries. So still 5 players out. We've got Niall Huggins is still 2 weeks away, but he's back on the pitch. Also, we've got the long-term injuries. We've got Embo, Corey Evans, and Roscoe Bernard out for the season. Now, he was asked about Lyndon Gooch today, and how he felt. And typical Tony Mowbray, totally, random, off the cuff comment. How's Lyndon Gooch? His response was, well, actually, I've just been talking to him, and he's got a nice new haircut. Totally irrelevant to the actual question he's asked. But never mind. Fair play to Gooch having a nice new haircut. So happy new haircut, Lyndon Gooch. But he's back in 2 to 3 weeks. Not a major injury, but he should be back before too long. And to be honest with you, we've got Luke O'Nien and we've got Trey Hume, who's playing out his skin at the moment, so he's probably not going to get back in the squad anyway, so there's no point rushing him back. Far better wait at least, a proper fit, and then ease him back in. We've got more than enough cover and more than enough players playing well in that position. So team selection, I think there might be a couple of changes from Tuesday night's game at QPR. I think this is the team I think we'll probably pick. So I think we'll have Patterson in goal. That'll be the same 3 of the back 4. I'm going to go for Trey Hume, Dan Ballard, Danny Batt. I think Dennis Certain might come in for Adji Elise here, just to give Adji a little bit of rest. Dennis Certain did well when he came on against QPR on Tuesday night. Midfield, I think we'll see Dan Neil back in the team. I also think Luke O'Nien will keep his place alongside Roberts and Ahmad back in the team, and Jack Clark, and obviously Geltart up front. So I think we'll play 4-2-3-1 like we have been playing. I know we changed the system a little bit against QPR on Tuesday. It did work, but I think if the players are fit, we'll go back to our old formation. Subs will have Bass, Elise will drop to the bench, Bart will drop to the bench, Pritchard will drop to the bench as well, with Mitchell coming back in the squad, Ekwar and Jivison Bennett. So that's my team selection. Now let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Score prediction wise, now like I've said, even though I don't think it's going to be the flowing end game what people can predict, I still think there might be goals. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to us, and I'm hoping that Geltard gets his first goal. His performance on Tuesday, he looked 100% improved from his first game. Now he's getting that match fitness under his belt, so I'm looking for him to get his first goal, and it'll settle him down and boost his confidence even more. He was unlucky not to get a goal on Tuesday night, So let's see if he can get that first goal in a 3-1 win and get us, keeping us in that playoff picture. So that's my match, preview for the Bristol City game. Hope you've enjoyed it. Watch out for the match review after the game on Saturday, where hopefully we've got another 3 points in the bag, and hopefully we're creeping a little bit closer to the top positions. Like I said, give us your score predictions. Let us know your thoughts. But as always, thanks for watching. If you are going to the game, enjoy it. Any Bristol City fans who are coming up, have a safe trip. Enjoy the match. But as always, take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.